Yo, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. Been a bit slow with reacting to these live streams, but we are back at it again with another disturbing Jay SLATER video. A few things that I want to bring to your attention in this video, starting with Rocky not making a statement. And I said this to you guys before that I didn't believe Rocky made a statement. Ayub gave it away in his podcast with Cullen when he said that Rocky and Brandon was more or less on the strip. And he was messaging them when he was having his interview. Please make it make sense how a person who was last with Jay just before he was found at the bottom of a ravine and mysteriously dead doesn't have to make a statement. You have Ayub introducing two other characters. You got Ophelia's partner and you got Ophelia's son. Now, I don't know how he would have known that was Ophelia's partner and Ophelia's son. I don't know how he would have known that Ophelia's partner would have been in the car with Ophelia when they allegedly saw Jay walking the wrong way. I don't know how he would have known that. There's a video clip that I want to look at in this video, so make sure you guys don't go anywhere, and Ayub gives something away again. So now we're talking about 5 people that potentially would have seen Jay at the Airbnb, leave the Airbnb, walking the wrong way, but only 2 of those people would have made statements. As I told you guys before, this is the Ayub Qasim story, which is the reason why Ayub Qasim was the only one that had to go and make that statement. Now, the person who owns that Airbnb, in my opinion, is the person that Ayub's connected to. The person who owns the Airbnb would have been the same person that influenced Ophelia to make that fraudulent statement. It doesn't make any sense how the Guardia Civil was able to rule out both men and deem them as irrelevant to the investigation if they hadn't spoken to Rocky. But why? Tell me why it was only Ayub that had to go and make that statement, if there was a statement that was made. Tell me why Ayub doesn't stop speaking for Rocky, because every time Rocky's asked a question, Ayub has to always interject and speak for him. Anytime Rocky talks about the Jay SLATER case, it sounds like it's information that he's trying to regurgitate. Information that's kind of been scripted for him to say. It kind of reminds me of when you was a young boy and you got in trouble for doing something with your parents, but you told your mum a certain story and you needed your friends to kind of back you up with it. So when your mum or your dad eventually saw your friend and asked your friend about that specific story, they only know parts of it because they only know what you told them to tell your parents. Every time they talk, because you're not confident in what they're saying and you know it's your story and not theirs, and they're just backing you up because you want to not get told off by your parents, you end up interjecting. You end up always jumping in and saying things, and you kind of give the answers for them. Usually when children do this, their parents know they're lying. This is how parents have caught their children in a lie multiple times before. But it's exactly the same thing with what Ayub and Rocky are doing. It seems to me that Ayub's been the guy to kind of fill Rocky in on what to say. In the live stream, when they're talking about Lucy turning up to the Airbnb, I'm pretty sure, firstly, that Ayub claims that he opened the door when Lucy knocked. But in the recent live stream, he confirms that Rocky opened the door. Now, when Rocky has his say about that moment, all Rocky says is when he opened the door, Lucy was like, Jay's missing, Jay's missing. He even changed his accent to kind of mimic what Lucy's accent would be. And then he said nothing more. And then literally from there, Ayub interjected, started talking for Rocky because he wasn't confident in what Rocky was saying. He knows he's the one that gave the story to Rocky. He sat down with Rocky and told Rocky what to say and everything would be cool. As long as you say this, Rocky, everything is fine, bro. Don't worry, you're good. See, people say if the authorities was to get their hands on Brad and Lucy and Brandon, they would instantly crack. But I'm telling you now, if they got their hands on Rocky and they spoke to Rocky and interrogated Rocky, Rocky would be the one to crack because he doesn't know what the hell to say. The only bits he knows is what Ayub's told him to say. Because like I said to you guys before, this is Ayub Qasim's story. This is the reason why Ayub was the only one that made a statement. Anyway, let's get back to the live stream that they've done. Some of these clips that Lola's posted up and various other accounts have posted up. And let's debunk the fraudulent lies that these guys are spewing on these live streams. Let's get into it.
Did you make a statement as well, Rocky?
No.
You
No,
didn't?
that's an honest answer. No, he didn't. That's honest.
That's an honest answer. No, he didn't. That's honest. Ayub, what are you saying? Firstly, why did he not make a statement? And why jump in and say that's an honest answer? Like say everything man's saying before that was dishonest. It seems like they're posting and creating this illusion of them being some good guys. Posting videos of Ayub pretending to save people, but he wasn't there for Jay, even though Jay was only 20 minutes away from his home, allegedly cut by a cactus lying in a ditch, telling Lucy he was going to die. And then he jumps in here again, interjecting for Rocky, saying that's an honest answer. We gave you an honest answer. Why the need to mention an honest answer? This is a guy that was last with Jay, allegedly, didn't make a statement, but then was deemed irrelevant to the investigation. How does that make any sense if you're telling me what I said earlier on in the video isn't the truth? That this is Ayab Qasim's story, and Ayab is clearly connected to the person that owns the Airbnb, who was the person that influenced Ophelia to say whatever she said. Therefore, Rocky didn't need to make a statement.
Like, no statement.
And I'm guessing that's why your real name weren't leaked like I had, yeah?
Right. No, my name was leaked because it was on the Airbnb.
Airbnb, yeah.
Yeah, and
Your name was leaked because it was on the Airbnb, but I thought you gave a fake name. So the story about being at the Airbnb just doesn't make any sense. Getting to the Airbnb, leaving that Airbnb, it's just never made any sense. And the moment you sit down with these guys and start asking them questions about the Airbnb, that's the moment they start slipping up because they haven't really got their story straight. Everything else that Ayab says in his live streams that don't make any sense is information that he shouldn't know, especially if he claims he doesn't know the person. Let's check this out.
No one will take no for an answer. It's got to be that.
There's another way to look at it, the way up, and that is this. Look at how many followers he's got, right?
Right now they're talking about me, right? And they are talking a bag of garbage right now. A bag of garbage. Now, firstly, just to answer what Ayab was talking about, he's basically saying, are these people referring to like the people that are questioning his story, the people that are questioning the narrative? He's saying, are these people got no brains? Can't they think for themselves? Then they're basically saying there's people like me with my huge following that's influencing the way you guys are thinking. Here they go on to chat some BS. Sluggy, the side chick, thinks he knows everything. Let's listen to this.
How many views he gets on one video, then look at how many comments, right? Then look at the
Look how many views he gets on one video, then look how many comments.
comments carefully and see how many of them are running in a range from 5 to 8 or 5 to 12.
Oh, wow. So he's claiming that the people that watch this channel are in between the age of 5 to 8 or 8 to 12. This guy is sitting there talking about dealing with facts, and everything he is saying right here is a wild and mad assumption. Based on what? I don't know. But what we're going to do is we're going to quickly prove him wrong. So as we can see on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, is the age demographic for my channel. And the highest percentage where the views are coming from are in between the ages of 35 to 45 years old. The second highest is 45 to 54s with 28.1%. Third highest is 55 to 64s with 18.2%. And the fourth highest would be 25 to 34 with 14.8%. And when you look at the 18 to 24-year-olds, it's 2.1%. In fact, 65 plus year old people, which is 5.7%, watch my videos more than 18 to 24-year-olds. So again, this just proves that these guys are online in these live streams, yapping, talking like they know stuff, but they don't know nothing. You're making stuff up at this point. See, we're not making stuff up. We're holding you accountable for the stories that you gave. And we're looking at the different possibilities within those stories. In fact, your stories have so many contradictions, so many lies. You guys are the reasons why I'm here. And multiple more people are here talking about this case. You guys are the reasons for that. Your stories don't make sense. Your stories are mumbo jumbo. Your stories are all over the place. 1 minute you got Sluggy the side chick calling Brad a hero. He was really on his knees for Brad, calling Brad a hero, making multiple videos about Brad. He was literally trying to brainwash people into supporting Brad, getting behind Brad, no diddy, and calling him a hero. But guess what? Months and months and months later, he's doing the same thing for Ayab. Why? I thought Brad was the hero. Now Ayab's the hero. Again, it just proves that these guys behind the scenes are coming together, corroborating stories and covering up all the BS. You got Sluggy the side chick doing these live streams of these OAPs, and Ayab all of a sudden says, oh, I saw Sluggy live, so I thought I'll just come in and have a little chat. Stop the cap. You man pre-planned that live. Sluggy encouraged you, reassured you to come out, have a little chat. Nothing's going to go wrong. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, so they're pushing the algorithm, and the way they're doing it is some of their other friend creators.
Yeah. Getting them
their video comes on. Oh, thingy's just dropped the video. Nick over, go and give him an 8 comment. Get it? And then, of course, they be saying this all day to their little Discord groups. Discord groups are going over, and because they're little Discord
all right. Let me just pause it right there. These guys are just waffling, talking a bag of nonsense. Listen, I don't talk to no content creators. The only person that I might have a chat with is Lola in the DMs on TikTok. I'll make an exception and say Truth Seeker. I've spoken to Truth Seeker in the DMs as well. But other than that, there has been no big push. If people want to support the work that we do over here, they are free to support the work that we do. And we much appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you hit the like button. But there is no organized push. I'm not in no Discord groups. I'm in no groups, no Jay Slater groups. I'm in no groups with no one. I receive emails from people. I read the comments in the comment section. I have 1 or 2 chats with people on TikTok, and that's about it. So all this stuff that they're saying here, absolute BS. It's just to make themselves feel better, but it's also to try and make the audience that are listening to them feel some type of way. This is what you call manipulation at its finest, because you can't come out and say whatever you're saying without having factual information. Now, people might say that's a slight contradiction on my part, but bearing in mind, I'm investigating a case where people have put their stories on the table. I've got their stories, scrutinized their stories, and told you, based on what they've said, doesn't make any sense. And then I've given you theories on what possibly could make sense based on the stories and the information that they've given us. But this guy with no knowledge whatsoever is more or less referring to what I do as a collective push that I do with a group of people, and there's multiple people behind it, and everybody shut up. It's not that. It's not that. The algorithm does it. People like what I do. The work speaks for itself.
No. Like, you figured it out, innit? Like it's like it just takes one person to look at it properly.
Yeah, you need to stand back, look at it, analyze.
He thinks Sluggy the side chick has figured it out when it was all waffle. I just explains to you and showed you what the crack was. This guy is full of BS, man.
You lot, I'm saying, Sluggy's the analyzer. You know, man.
Sluggy's the analyzer. Good analyzing, Slug.
No, 100%. He's got good connections as well.
He's got good connections as well. How would you know that if you don't know Sluggy? How would you know what type of connection Sluggy has if you don't know Sluggy? Make that make sense. See, those things right there don't make any sense, and it takes me back to what we said initially. Rocky didn't need to make a statement. Affilia's partner didn't need to make a statement. Affilia's son did not need to make a statement. The only person that needed to make a statement was Ayub Qasim, because this is the Ayub Qasim story. Affiliate was influenced to make that statement by the person who owns the Airbnb. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I need every single one of you to hit that like button and leave all your comments down below. I need to know exactly what you are thinking. I'm about to record another segment, so make sure you don't go anywhere. I'm going to be releasing it straight away. So make sure you turn your notification bells on so you don't miss out on the next video, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.